Why silence is powerful. A gentle journey to inner peace. Have you ever noticed that the loudest moments in life are not always filled with sound? Sometimes, the loudest moments happen inside your own mind. You smile at people. You answer messages. You go to work or school. You scroll through social media. Everything looks normal from the outside. But inside, your thoughts never stop talking. What if I am not good enough? Why did they leave? Why does not anyone understand me? What am I doing with my life? If this feels familiar, you are not alone. Many people spend their entire lives surrounded by noise. The noise of opinions, the noise of expectations, the noise of notifications, the noise of comparing themselves to strangers on the internet, the noise of trying to prove something to everyone. And little by little, they forget the sound of their own heart. Tonight, I do not want to tell you to become louder. I do not want to tell you to win every argument. I do not want to tell you to impress more people. Instead, I want to invite you somewhere very different. A quiet place. A place where you can finally hear yourself again. Because silence is not empty. Silence is where healing begins. Think about the ocean. When a storm comes, the surface becomes wild. The waves crash into each other. The water looks dangerous. But deep below, everything is calm. Our minds are often like that. On the surface, there is stress, fear, disappointment, and endless thoughts. But beneath all of that, there is a peaceful version of you, a version that has never disappeared. It has simply been hidden by too much noise. Many of us are afraid of silence. We turn on music the moment we wake up. We watch videos while eating. We check our phones every few minutes. We fall asleep with the television still playing, not because we enjoy the noise, but because silence forces us to meet ourselves. And meeting ourselves can feel uncomfortable. It asks questions we have been avoiding. Are you truly happy? Are you living your own life? Or are you trying to become the person everyone else expects you to be? These questions do not have easy answers, but silence gives us the courage to ask them, and that is where real change begins. Maybe you have noticed something strange. The happiest people are not always the loudest. The strongest people do not always argue. The wisest people do not always need to prove that they are right. Sometimes they simply smile. Sometimes they listen. Sometimes they choose silence, not because they are weak, but because they understand something many people never learn. Not every battle deserves your energy. Not every opinion deserves your response. Not every misunderstanding needs an explanation. Protecting your peace is more important than winning an argument. And perhaps that is one of the greatest forms of strength. Learning to hear yourself again. Let us stay here for a moment. Take a deep breath. Imagine waking up early, before the world becomes busy. The sky is still soft. The streets are quiet. The air feels fresh. There are no notifications. No conversations. Just you. At first, it may feel strange. Your mind starts filling the silence with thoughts. Things you forgot. Things you regret. Things you are worried about. This happens to everyone. Our minds have been collecting noise for years. When the outside becomes quiet, the inside finally has a chance to speak. Most people think silence creates overthinking, but that is not true. Silence does not create your thoughts. It simply reveals the thoughts that were already there. And once you see them, you can finally understand them. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack every single day. After months, you become so used to the weight that you forget you're carrying it. Then one day, you put it down. Only then do you realize how heavy it really was. Our emotions are often like that. We carry disappointment, unspoken words, broken promises, old memories, the pressure to be perfect, the fear of not being enough. We carry them everywhere without even noticing. Silence gently asks, "What have you been carrying for so long?" And sometimes, that question changes everything. I once heard a simple story. A young man visited an old gardener. He said, "My life feels so confusing. Everyone tells me what I should do. My family wants one thing. My friends want another. Social media tells me I need more money, more success, more followers. I do not even know what I truly want anymore." The old gardener smiled. He did not answer. Instead, he handed the young man a small watering can. Together, they quietly watered the flowers. For almost an hour, neither of them spoke. Finally, the young man asked, "Why have not you said anything?" The gardener looked at him with kind eyes. "Because your mind has been listening to everyone except yourself. Some answers cannot be heard while the world is shouting. They only arrive when life becomes quiet." Those words stayed with the young man forever. Maybe they can stay with us too. Today, we are surrounded by more voices than any generation before us. Someone tells us how to look. Someone tells us how to live. Someone tells us what success should look like. Someone tells us what happiness should feel like. After hearing thousands of opinions every day, it is easy to forget that your own voice matters too. Silence gives that voice a chance to return, not all at once, slowly. Like the sunrise after a long night, you begin to notice small things again. The warmth of sunlight on your face, the sound of birds in the morning, the comfort of reading a book without checking your phone every few minutes, the joy of walking without needing to take a picture of every moment. Life becomes softer, not because your problems disappear, but because your attention changes. And where attention goes, peace often follows. Maybe you have experienced this before. After a difficult argument with someone you love, your first instinct is to reply immediately, to explain yourself, to defend yourself, to prove that you are right. But sometimes, the kindest thing you can do for yourself and for the other person is to wait, not because you do not care, but because hurt people often speak with emotions they do not truly mean. Silence gives those emotions time to settle. It creates space where understanding can grow. Sometimes the strongest response is no response at all. Not every message needs an answer. Not every criticism deserves your attention. Not every misunderstanding needs another argument. Some things heal better in silence than in endless words. And perhaps that is one of life's quietest, but most powerful lessons. Silence in relationships, heartbreak, and finding real confidence. There is another place where silence becomes difficult. Relationships, whether it is with family, a close friend, or someone you once loved. We often believe that saying more will solve everything. So we explain, we defend ourselves, we send long messages, who replay old conversations again and again. We hope that if we find the perfect words, the other person will finally understand. Sometimes they do, but many times they do not. And that can be one of the hardest truths to accept. Not everyone is willing to understand your heart. Some people only listen so they can reply. Very few listen so they can truly understand. When someone refuses to see your kindness, no amount of explaining will change their mind. That does not mean your feelings are unimportant. It simply means peace cannot be forced. There is a quiet strength in knowing when to stop trying to convince someone who has already decided not to listen. Silence is not giving up. Sometimes it is choosing yourself. Think about a tree during autumn. When the leaves begin to fall, the tree does not hold on to them. It does not chase them through the wind. It lets them go. Not because it does not care, but because it trusts that new leaves will come in the right season. People come into our lives in much the same way. Some stay for many years. Some leave after teaching us a lesson. Some leave without saying goodbye. And while that hurts, their leaving does not take away your worth. A person leaving your life is not proof that you are unlovable. It is only proof that not every journey is meant to last forever. Heartbreak often fills the mind with questions. Was I not enough? Could I have done more? Why was I so easy to replace? If you have ever asked yourself these questions, please know this. Your value has never depended on someone's ability to love you. A flower is still beautiful, even if someone walks past without noticing it. The same is true for you. Silence slowly teaches this lesson. Little by little, it replaces the need for approval with something much stronger: self-respect. Then there is another kind of noise, the noise of social media. Every day we see smiling faces, perfect vacations, beautiful relationships, successful careers, perfect bodies, perfect lives. But what we see is only a small window. We rarely see the tears after the camera is turned off. We rarely see the anxiety hidden behind the smile. We rarely see the lonely nights. Comparison is easy when we compare our real life to someone else's highlights. The more we compare, the more we forget our own story. Silence gives us a chance to step away, to remember that life is not a competition. It is a journey, and every journey has a different path. One person blooms at 20, another blooms at 40. Neither is late. Flowers do not compare themselves to the stars. The moon does not compete with the sun. Nature teaches us something beautiful. Everything shines at its own time. The same is true for you. Real confidence is not becoming the loudest person in the room. It is walking into the room without needing everyone's approval. It is smiling because you know who you are, not because everyone agrees with you. Confidence grows quietly, like roots beneath the earth. No one sees them growing. One day, they become strong enough to hold up an entire tree. In the same way, every quiet moment you spend understanding yourself, every time you choose peace instead of proving a point, every time you walk away from unnecessary drama, you are growing roots. And one day, you will look back and realize the strongest version of yourself was built in the moments when nobody was watching. Perhaps that is the quiet magic of silence. It does not change you overnight. It changes you, one peaceful moment at a time. Healing through silence and finding your inner peace. There comes a moment in almost everyone's life when the world feels too heavy. You wake up feeling tired, even after sleeping. You smile at people, even when your heart feels broken. You keep moving, but inside, you feel lost. Many people think healing happens when someone else comes into their life. is wait for the perfect friend, the perfect relationship, the perfect opportunity, the perfect moment. But healing rarely begins with another person. It begins with you. And most often, it begins in silence. Silence gives your heart permission to rest. Imagine a lake after a storm. The wind stops. The rain disappears. Slowly, the water becomes still again. Only then can it reflect the sky. Our hearts work the same way. When our emotions are constantly disturbed by fear, anger, comparison, and endless distractions, we cannot clearly see who we are. But when we become still, everything becomes easier to understand. You begin to forgive yourself. You stop blaming yourself for every mistake. You stop carrying guilt that was never yours. You begin to realize you did the best you could with the person you were at that time. And that is enough. Healing does not mean forgetting the past. It means remembering it, without letting it control your future. Some memories will always stay with you. Some people will always leave a small mark on your heart. That does not mean you have to keep suffering because of them. You can remember someone without living in yesterday. Silence gently teaches you how. Overthinking is another silent battle. The mind creates stories. What if I fail? What if they do not like me? What if I make the wrong decision? Hours pass. Days pass. Nothing changes, because fear keeps us standing still. Silence helps us notice something important. Most of the things we worry about never actually happen. And even when life becomes difficult, we are often much stronger than we believed. The future does not need all your fear. It only needs your next small step. Take one step today. Tomorrow, take another. A peaceful life is not built in one day. It is built through small, quiet choices. Choosing rest instead of burnout. Choosing kindness instead of anger. Choosing gratitude instead of comparison. Choosing yourself instead of constant approval from others. These small choices may not seem powerful today, but years from now, they become the life you always hope to live. Final part, the quiet strength within you. Before we finish, I want to leave you with one simple thought. The world will always be noisy. People will always have opinions. There will always be another trend, another argument, another reason to compare yourself. You cannot control all of that, but you can choose how much of it enters your heart. Silence is not running away from life. It is returning to yourself. It is the place where your heart can breathe, where your mind can rest, where your soul remembers who you are. Never believe that being quiet makes you weak. The tallest mountains never announce their strength. The deepest oceans never ask for attention. The brightest stars shine without making a sound. Real strength is often quiet. Real confidence is often gentle. Real peace is often invisible. So the next time life feels overwhelming, do not rush to find another distraction. Do not search for another opinion. Do not immediately fill every empty moment. Instead, sit with yourself. Take a slow breath. Watch the sky. Listen to the rain. Walk without your phone. Read a few pages of a book. Write down your thoughts. Allow yourself to simply exist. You may discover that the person you have been searching for has been quietly waiting inside you all along. Before you leave today, I invite you to try these 3 simple practices. First, spend just 10 minutes in complete silence tomorrow. No phone, no music, no television, just you and your thoughts. Second, The next time someone tries to pull you into an unnecessary argument, pause, take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is my peace worth proving a point? Sometimes, walking away is the strongest answer. Third, every night before you sleep, write down one thing you are grateful for, no matter how small: a warm meal, a kind smile, the sunset, your health, your courage. Gratitude quietly changes the way we see life. And finally, remember this: you do not have to become someone else to deserve peace. You do not have to impress everyone to be valuable. You do not have to speak louder to be heard. Sometimes, the most beautiful transformation happens in complete silence. Take care of your heart. Be patient with your journey. And whenever life becomes too loud, come back to the quiet place within you, because that is where your greatest strength has always been. Thank you for spending these moments with me. Until next time, be gentle with yourself. And never forget, silence is not empty. It is full of answers.